Trying to figure this life. Is everybody seeing what I am seeing?
Is it possible for everyone to know? She thinks her life is hard. She's got 3 kids, 3 jobs, and can't pay her rent. She doesn't know about her. You see, this other young lady just lost her newborn baby. It wasn't a miscarriage, it was crib death, one day before its 2nd anniversary. But even she doesn't know about him. He just lost both arms and the leg by a drunk driver. The drunk driver just lost his wife of 24 years. She died of cancer of the breast and the brain, but that's not what killed her. As her son, 24 years young, died of an overdose. His best friend, whom he went to grade school with, just got accepted into Princeton, and they were celebrating. That best friend, the one that got accepted, is now arrested for murder of his best friend. The one that overdosed, whose mother just died of cancer because she gave up because she couldn't go on without her son, whose future was just cut short. Sometimes you think you got it bad, sometimes you think, but what about her? But what about him? But what about them? Trying to figure this life. Is everybody seeing what I am seeing? 7 a.m. in the morning, prepares breakfast for the kids, sends them out the door not to be late, waves by. She didn't know that that would be the last time. Group of young men created their own crash mob, robbing a jewelry store, involved in a high-speed chase, stole a king cab with a Hemi, ran that red light. Little Timmy, Susan, Anna will see graduation. At least 6 will never walk again. And the crash mob gang, they survived, not a single injury. And because the police gave chase, looks like they all go home free. They're happy about the ending, but the neighborhood gang had other ideas, did a drive-by. You know Miss Susan, the one who has the daycare, who takes care of her granddaughter. Both of them were hit by that stray bullet. The granddaughter first, as her grandmother held her. Never will they breathe again. Sometimes you think you got it bad, sometimes you think, but what about her? But what about him? But what about them? So the next time you're worried about your rent not being paid, missing your electric bill payment for the first time, not making it to work on time, not getting that bonus, or not being able to stop for that big soy base mac, or that impossible non-nutritious burger, or about losing your dog, your cat, or missing that TV show, just remember, they're bombing cities, apartment buildings, hospitals, blowing up children, and saying they have a reason. Just remember, the mothers, the fathers, the brothers or sisters, the cousins, all affected, all losing something of value. So the next time you say to yourself, what is this world coming to? Just remember, but what about him? But what about him? But what about them? And ask yourself, does anybody have a brain? But what about him? But what about him? But what about them? Life is hard enough. Sometimes you have to think beyond yourself. You are not so special, so as to believe you're the only one. Don't you remember what happened? It was on the news, yeah, every single day. So don't you see, it's happening to everybody. That's why they call it the news, so you can recognize you're not alone. You don't need Kelly or Jackson could tell you that. So when you see yourself going through something, just try to say to yourself, it's not that bad, it really could be worse. I've been through worse, I can handle this, and handle it, or I'll take you back to Carter country. Sometimes